And then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the biz. And Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky's? Can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. Can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy.
Is he taking adrenochrome? This nigga looks exactly the same since 95. This is a 30-year difference. He's been 65 years old since 1995. That's insane. Now, he's got to be drinking baby's blood. I think he's actually existing proof of adrenochrome. Why does he look older in 1995? What type of Kabbalah?
This is a picture of Barack Obama at summer camp, Interlochen summer camp, and directly above him is Jeffrey Epstein. Now, why is that interesting? Because those aren't the only 2 famous politicians, famous people that went to this summer camp with Barack Obama. These people all grew up together. Okay, there's also Bill Barr, Jim Jordan, and John Podesta. So I find it a little interesting when people say, oh, we live in a free country. You know, we get to pick our presidents. We choose who we want to lead us. Yeah, chances are we don't. I mean, let's dive a little deeper into Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein's wife is Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell's father is Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell owns a printing press called Pergamont Press, which is where, in America, we get all of our school books from, all of our learning from him. So, wow, isn't that just weird? Why are we getting our school books from Mossad agents? All right, we need to start opening our eyes and connecting the dots. These politicians are not here for you. They're here for themselves, and they're here for their mission that they're on. And their mission is not to better you. It's not to make your life better or easier. It's not so that you can become enlightened. They don't care about you, okay? This, ladies and gentlemen, looks a lot like a CIA type picture. You know, all the boys hanging out at the CIA summer camp. I mean, that's just my opinion, but give me a break. These people were friends as children, all right? They all grow up in it. They all grow up together. It's all intertwined, and none of them are here for you. This is why there are 2 giant fasci as a backdrop for the House of Representatives. Remember that. Maybe look into it. If you want to learn about symbols and about what's really going on in the occult world, which just means hidden and secret, go to my website wherever.
I could see this being Jeffrey Epstein, but I don't think that's Barack Obama.
We make music for a purpose. It's not just background music, or it's not just, you know, fluffy, light stuff.
This is not elevator satanic music.
It's ritualistic music. It is music that by even the act of listening to it, you are participating in a satanic ritual.
How does it make you feel?
It's very stirring. It's very emotionally charged. You can't listen to this music and say you don't feel something, because you do. I'm sure you would probably feel either hate or fear or rage or something.
You're pretty good at marketing yourself.
That's the devil's place. Illusion and showmanship.
You mean the devil is alive and well at Madison Avenue?
Of course, advertising
I think
is
you
the
and I
devil's
agree with
trick.
that.
The act of manipulating and using the will and using ritual to create change is, by any definition, satanic. And anyone who does that is at least an ipso facto Satan.
Now, did you hear about what Walmart's doing?
Oh, Walmart's gonna be changing their lights from fluorescent to 10,000 Kelvin, which is an artificial blue light that puts your body in fight or flight mode? Tell me more! Yeah, Walmart has made the decision to change their lighting from fluorescent to 10,000 Kelvin, which puts the body into fight or flight. It makes the heart rate increase significantly, and it makes your amygdala actually make poor decisions, because that's where you make your decisions. And since you're in fight or flight, your amygdala is not going to be making very good decisions, which means you're going to be purchasing things that you don't even want, and you're going to be rushing yourself out of the store so your body can feel better. Oh, goody. And since you had such a bad experience while you were in there in fight or flight, and you remember that you didn't feel well in there, you're not going to worry about returning any items that you purchased unnecessarily. Oh, fun! So get ready for some fun Walmart shopping here soon.
By Blockbuster, Jeff Bezos, billionaire founder of Amazon and space tourism frontman, has filed a jaw-dropping $50 million lawsuit against pop superstar Katy Perry. The reason? According to Bezos, Perry allegedly blew the lid off what was meant to be a tightly choreographed, PR-perfect space tourism stunt by opening the capsule from the inside, exposing the entire operation, and turning what was supposed to be a historic moment into an embarrassing media circus. The legal documents filed are nothing short of explosive. Bezos, through his legal team, claims that Perry violated direct instructions and internal protocol, effectively sabotaging the space capsule's grand reveal. In what Bezos describes as a devastating mistake, Perry opened the capsule hatch from the inside before Bezos could make his choreographed external appearance, exposing what he claims was a simulation environment.
Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, but he also tried to free Americans from bankers. Rather than borrow from private banks, Lincoln introduced the greenbacks. This money was interest-free and controlled by the US government. He warned us that one day corporations and bankers would control the US government and use propaganda and influence to stay in power. Guess what though? Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and conveniently the US government switched back to borrowing from private banks.
It seems like these people kill to get their way every single time.
Lady Gaga just released an extremely creepy and demonic music video, and it contains hundreds of baby dolls. Some appear to be decapitated, haunted, dancing, whatever the heck is going on. And at first glance, you may recognize where this music video is being recorded, and it actually has a very dark history. If you've seen my videos on Lady Gaga before, you know that her music videos and music itself has a lot of symbolism. This is recorded in the island of the Dolls, located in Mexico. There's no electricity here, no concrete buildings, no running water, just thousands of haunted dolls. Story has it there was a little girl who drowned, and a man named Don Julian unsuccessfully tried to save her in 1950, but he swears he could hear her cry for years and years after. Some say that he would find new dolls appearing outside, which I don't believe, and some say for 17 years after he would hang up dolls trying to ward off the evil spirits. Eventually, in 2001, he was found dead in the same canal that she was. As of 2022, the Guinness World Records recognized this place as the largest haunted doll collection in the world. The real question is, why the heck would Lady Gaga record a music video in this place?
I mean, who knows why they do anything, but I don't really think anybody's surprised anymore about any of this. Everyone knows Hollywood is demonic. And if you're still relevant in Hollywood, as in today, you're probably demonic or doing some pretty shady stuff.
Actor Sacha Baron Cohen may have uncovered a pedophile ring while filming one of his TV shows. So in the series Who is America, Sacha Baron Cohen traveled around America. And in the show he did a lot of crazy things, like getting Dick Cheney to sign a waterboarding kit, and having Roy Moore take a pedophile lie detector test. But the stuff that they filmed in Las Vegas was so dark that they ended up sending it to the FBI. In this specific scene, Sacha, who was playing a character, was interviewing a concierge in Las Vegas. In the interview, Sacha told the concierge that he had molested an 8-year-old boy. Now this is weird, but he justified this as saying this is extreme comedy and we wanted to see what he would say. Now I'm going to read you a quote from Sacha. He said, "Instead, this concierge stays in the room and I go, listen, you got to help me get rid of the problem. And this guy starts advising Gio how to get rid of this issue. We even at one point talk about murdering the boy, and the concierge is just saying, well, listen, I'm really sorry. In this country, we can't just drown the boy. This is America, we don't do that." And then in the end, he puts me in touch with a lawyer who can silence the boy. It became really dark stuff. So, as if this interview couldn't get any darker, somehow this footage does. Sasha then asked the concierge if he could help him find a date for the night. Sasha told the concierge he wanted a young boy, quote, lower than bar mitzvah, but older than 8. And this concierge allegedly told him, yeah, I can put you in touch with somebody who can get you some boys like that. Now, this gets a little interesting as well. This is a quote from Sasha. He said, we immediately turned over the footage to the FBI because we thought perhaps there's this pedophile ring in Las Vegas that's operating for these very wealthy men. And this concierge said that he'd worked for politicians and various billionaires. But in the end, the FBI decided not to pursue it. That's really concerning to me. Why would the FBI not look into something like this? I mean, they have hidden camera footage of somebody admitting that they can procure young boys for money. And yet, yeah, the FBI never officially looked into it. Sasha and his team turned this footage over, and the rest is history. Nothing ever came of this.
That's because the CIA and FBI run most of the trafficking rings. It's like when police do something wrong and they investigate themselves, most of the time they find themselves not guilty or they never actually investigate themselves. So we all kind of just live with the fact that we actively know that the people who run our country are pedophiles, and we really can't do nothing about it. You could try, but you probably won't get far. They'll shut you down and probably freeze your bank, your assets, all this other crazy stuff, make you lose your platform. And when I mean everybody's in on it, I mean everyone is in on it. Like Trump, there's a reason why he is being such a good boy for Netanyahu and all these other Israelis. He went over there, humped the wall, or whatever they do.
COVID cases have doubled in California, and officials advise indoor masking again.
Oh my gosh.
For CBS.
Jeez. Officials? What officials?
They're saying that the N95 is the best way to protect against this.
Oh.
Isn't the whole state of California like triple vaccinated?
They just said masking doesn't work.
Even Fauci came out and said masking does not work.
Oh, how stupid.
Instead of the virus being able to hop from person to person to person, potentially mutating and becoming more virulent and drug resistant along the way, now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else. It cannot use a vaccinated person as a host to go get more people. That means the vaccines will get us to the end of this.
Essentially, you have adrenaline in your body. I'll just simplify it. And when you are scared, you produce adrenaline. If a child knows he's going to die, his body will secrete the adrenaline. It's the worst horror I've ever seen, is screaming alone, even if I never, ever saw it. It's beyond, and these people that do it, there'll be no mercy for them.
It always makes you wonder, how do they find this crazy stuff out? Like, who was the one that found out that adrenochrome was a thing? That if you scare a child and extract that blood or whatever, that it has beneficial properties and all this other stuff. Like, I wonder who found that out and what they were practicing before that made them stumble upon that.
Politicians like to drink the adrenalized blood of children. Jimmy Savile was one of the most powerful predators ever. He was like the Carson Daly of London. He had a show called Top of the Pops. And on the show, he would often have kids. And Jimmy Savile was best friends with Prince Charles. He was actually knighted by the Queen of England. During his whole career, he had accusations of being a pedophile the whole time. Yeah. Even kids said that, oh, they were molested by him. Nobody ever investigated, never got in trouble. And shortly after his death, it all got revealed that Jimmy Savile was the biggest predator to ever exist on planet Earth. He was a porter at the Royal Children's Hospital. He would go into the hospital and take dead bodies out of the morgue, and they would take the dead bodies on a boat, and they would do SRA, satanic ritualistic abuse, and they would have sex with the dead bodies and drink the blood. And they would take live children out there, supposedly. Allegedly, if you scare the kid and you create the adrenaline, once you drink the blood, it supposedly has anti-aging benefits.
A lot of people think that the adrenochrome conspiracy theory is fake or that they just made it up, but dude, the whole Monsters Inc. plot is based off of that.
Wait, why do people say the universe ended in 2012? I was literally in school back then.
That's the thing. Some scientists and conspiracy theorists believe CERN's particle collider accidentally destroyed our universe around 2012 or 2013.
Destroyed? Like, how would we even survive that?
We didn't. The theory says the collider triggered a vacuum collapse or a micro black hole. Our reality ended instantly, but our consciousness slipped into a parallel timeline almost identical to the old one.
So you're saying we're living in a copy of the universe right now?
Exactly. That's why people talk about the Mandela effect. Tiny glitches, like misremembered logos or events. The weirdness after 2012, social media explosion, politics going insane. It's all because reality got rebooted.
So the Mayans weren't wrong. The world really did end in 2012.
Maybe it did, and maybe this, right now, is just the backup.
Yeah, I don't really like getting too deep into quantum theories because they start tripping me out. I hate AI, bro.
We have 33 confirmed positive tests.
We have 33 Pennsylvanians who have tested positive for
COVID-19.
Today we have 33 cases.
There were 33 new cases.
The state of Minnesota today reported 33 new COVID-19 related deaths,
Raising the total to 33.
33.
There were 33.
There was 33 everywhere. I think that was Red Team Go. I think 33 is like Red Team Go. Everybody goes, okay, let's do it. It's time.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, there's like literally 1,033 and 33 new cases. 33 people died in fucking Hong Kong.
The number 33, we all know what that represents. It's everywhere. Every single day it was like, well, 12 more cases, which now brings the state to 33.
I think this has something to do with Freemasonry, right? I believe there's like 33 levels. I could be wrong, though. I have no idea.
We learned about an hour ago, thanks to some great work by Alex Jones. Turns out that the shooter's father worked for 29 years as a top contractor for the CIA and the DOD.
No.
You cannot make this shit up. Watch.
James Westman, let's read about him. Very interesting. Senior application developer at ESRI. What is ESRI? Well, ESRI is the leading original geospatial satellite ground mapping GPS coordinate system for the Pentagon, Google, and everything else. He's been working there since 96, 29 years, 7 months, and at a whole bunch of other very interesting places. The GIS for Defense and Intelligence. Here's the company, the hands-down leader in all of it. ESRI is a global leader in geographic information systems, GIS software, and has various contracts with the U.S. government agencies, including the Central Intelligence Agency and the Department of Defense through GSA, schedules, enterprises, license agreements.
All right, so, I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, so, and there's a lot of similarities to other shooters and people who've worked at high levels of the U.S. intelligence community. Mass shootings, connections, of course, to the intelligence community in the United States. Again, coincidence? I don't think so, but we're going to continue to dig.
When are people going to understand that our own country doesn't care about us? They will kill me and you at any given moment if it benefited them. They wouldn't even lose a fucking hour of sleep, a minute, a second of sleep, dude. They would not care.
You don't have to remind many Americans that the Center for Disease Control was the one that said you should use DDT in your homes.
Used right, it is absolutely harmless to humans and animals. Remember the name, DDT. It spells certain death.
A scientific panel today reported that pesticides may indeed represent a grave threat to mankind.
Remember the swine flu scare of 1976? That was the year the U.S. government told us all that swine flu could turn out to be a killer, and Washington decided that every man, woman, and child in the nation should get a shot to prevent a nationwide outbreak, a pandemic. Well, 46 million of us obediently took the shot.
Did anyone ever come to you and say, there's the possibility of neurological damage if you get into a mass immunization program?
No.
No one ever did?
No. I can't believe that they would say that they did not know that there were neurological illnesses associated with influenza vaccination. That simply is not true. We did know that.
Then he's lying.
I guess you would have to
make that assumption. Then why does this report from your own agency list neurological complications as a possibility? You didn't feel it was necessary to tell the American people that information.
Dr. Sensor's CDC also helped create the advertising to get the public to take the shot.
The vaccines are safe, so roll up your sleeve.
And now Americans are claiming damages from Uncle Sam amounting to $3.5 billion. By far the greatest number of the claims, 2/3 of them, are for neurological damage or even death.
There are serious concerns tonight about how well the CDC controls dangerous germs at its own labs after yet another safety lapse.
For the third time in a month, the CDC acknowledged deadly pathogens were handled incorrectly in government labs.
That CDC is the CDC that allegedly is looking out for your public health.
Good, how are you? Can I please get a ice Americano?
Under the surface, these guys are operating the biggest unregulated bank in the world thanks to their rewards program. We fire up the app and of course we want to update our balance here. So we select the top up amount. I can't just put in the exact amount that I want to buy the coffee or the beverage that I want. No, it's $20, $40, $50 or $100. Notice how an average drink costs somewhere around $5, but the minimum option that they let you load into this app is $20. In this case, it means that they are increasing their average order value by 300%. Just like gift cards, a lot of these things go unused and then they sit there and it's free money. By the end of 2022, $1.7 billion was just sitting in these accounts. That is money that Starbucks gets to hold on to and do whatever it is that they like.
I can only imagine who was behind this idea.
Our burger is a half-pound burger on a 7-inch bun. We make it with mustard, pickles, tomatoes, green leaf lettuce, red onions, and lean Texas Longhorn beef. The fat on my beef, because I raise it, I know what it is, the fat on my beef is good for you. Because the fat on my beef is yellow fat. But now you get fat white on the cow by feeding them corn. And these are the things that best builds the cholesterol. But if you have yellow fat, that cow was raised on grass. That cow was raised on green feed. The yellow fat is caused by the chlorophyll and the beta carotene that's in the grass, and I'll guarantee you, it ain't gonna hurt you. People who come in and buy chicken over beef, they just don't know any better. Our burgers are 95 to 97% lean. We make what we call a cowboy burger, which is one with mustard. That's what the cowboys like. Okay, so occasionally someone comes in here from the east, south, somewhere. They want mayo. Why don't you put mayo on you? Well, we call that a sissy burger. We have people come in sometimes and want ketchup on it. Well, we call that the Yankee burger. We think ketchup belongs on the fries, you know.
Yeah, I'm more of a Yankee burger kind of guy. That's fun.
Do you guys ever get into a debate with someone and then they pull out the, oh, well, ChatGPT says it's a conspiracy theory?
Google says it's a conspiracy theory. Who's the biggest shareholder of Google? BlackRock.
So you're gonna listen to a bunch of Jews tell you that something is a conspiracy theory,
And you're not even gonna question it? Really, nigga?
holy fucking brainwashed.
76% of Pakistanis in Bradford marry their first cousins.
I know.
Pakistanis make up 3%. Pakistani men make up 3% of the UK population, or Pakistanis do. They're responsible for 33% of child defects at birth.
I've seen.
They are being born retarded. It's costing us a fortune. It's costing the economy a fortune. It's billions and billions because Muhammad married his cousin. Well, I don't care what Muhammad done in the 7th century because he was a barbarian warlord. So enacting what he done, no, it's no longer right. It's never been right, and it has to stop in Great Britain.
So let me get this straight. Trump invites Gates, Zuckerberg, and the whole tech circus into the White House for dinner? And suddenly they're pledging hundreds of billions of dollars for American innovation. How generous. Just a reminder, these are the same guys censoring you, selling your data, and pushing surveillance into every corner of your life. but now they're heroes? Why do the richest corporations on earth need a seat at the president's dinner table? Is it really to help America? Big tech does not make billion-dollar pledges without expecting control in return. Control over what? Your speech, your news, your money, and your health. Just ask yourself, when's the last time you were invited to the White House to tell the president how the country should run? Exactly. It's almost as if when you follow the money, you see who is really pulling the strings. But I don't know. What do you think?
The Rothschilds rewrote the Bible to force-feed Zionism to Christians. In 1909, the Oxford University Press published Schofield's reference Bible despite him having little academic training. Who was Oxford's biggest Zionist donor? The Rothschilds. This edited Bible teaches that the Jews are the chosen people to reclaim the land of Israel despite the costs. This was psychological warfare to brainwash Christians, and it indoctrinated past generations to believe a lie. Follow for more uncensored truth.
The entire internet loves Jamie Lee Curtis now.
You know, whoever told you that lied. You remember when Jamie Lee Curtis posted these photos of Palestinian children thinking that they were Israeli? She only cared because she thought they were Israeli. And then as soon as people pointed out that she had taken that photo from a Palestinian journalist, not even looked at the caption, and she realized that they were Palestinian, she dirty deleted the post. Didn't acknowledge it. She's an out and proud Zionist. I don't know where you're getting your information from.
All hell is breaking loose in Mexico because President Claudia Sheinbaum just called Lili Tellez a traitor because of what she said on Fox News. Listen to this.
The help from the United States to fight the cartels in Mexico is absolutely welcome, and that is how the majority of Mexicans feel. The only ones who don't like that President Trump is sending help and trying to support Mexicans against the cartels are the narco politicians. That includes President Sheinbaum.
But she didn't stop there because she got invited back to Fox Noticias, and this is where she just laid it all down.
It's going to get right to it. Is Mexico a narco state?
Yes, it is. And we all Mexicans know about it. And Mexicans are afraid of the alliance between the Mexican government and the cartels that have infested our nation.
Can you explain this alliance between the president, her party, the Morena party, and the cartels?
Yes, the party has financed, has given, the cartels have given so much money to these politicians, narco politicians of Morena, to get into office, to get the power. So they protect, the Mexican government protects the cartels. That is why President Sheinbaum doesn't want the strong American leadership to help Mexico defeat the cartels. And also Sheinbaum doesn't want the rest of the world to know what is happening here in Mexico. We are on the steps to be the next Venezuela. She is aligned with Venezuela's dictator, with Cuba, and we are losing our country. They have destroyed our Republican institutions, the democratic state, and we must, I think we all Mexicans want and welcome the support of the United States to assist Mexican people against the cartel.
And after giving that huge announcement on Fox, Lili Tellez ended up coming out again saying that she is afraid for her life because of the things that she had to come out and say because of everything and the corruption that is happening in Mexico. But let me know what you think in the comments section. Should the United States help with the cartel situation in Mexico, or should we stay out of it? Let me know in the comments section below, and don't forget to hit that follow button for your daily updates.
I think if they could all decide on a vote whether they want our help or not, then yes, we should. But at the same time, think about who their president is. Her last name is Sheinbaum. When have they ever had a president in the last 50 or however many years who's had a last name like that?
I can't believe this is real.
Who's this guy?
Rabbi Shmuley is dressed like this clown on the back of a U.S. senator from New Jersey called Cory Booker. He's literally a grown-up man. Rabbi On the back of a U.S. Senator. I guess this is when he was probably working for AIPAC. I mean, we can't beat him. We might as well fucking join him, I guess, huh? Just dance.
I mean, this isn't that weird when you realize the fact that this guy started a sex toy shop with his daughter. So, I mean...
You think I have a choice? There is no fucking choice.
You don't have to believe that 9/11 was an inside job, but you better tether yourself to the understanding that false flag events are a reality, because a former sitting president, who was subsequently assassinated in the back of a car next to his wife, JFK, he refused to sign off on a false flag event. The CIA came to him. This is called Operation Northwoods. You should look this up. One idea that they floated was a fabricated shoot down of a U.S. Air Force plane. They also floated blowing up a U.S. ship. And other ideas that they had were just to orchestrate a series of terror attacks on United States citizens. They thought maybe in Miami, maybe in D.C., we'll just start killing people and blaming the Cubans. And JFK said, this is maniacal. I absolutely will not sign off on a false flag event against American citizens.
Right in front of that tower, I'm in my truck. Just so you can see, brother, they frying us. Are you a french fry or a hamburger? Or glizzy?
Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up and or subscribing if you guys are new. I feel like I really didn't commentate much on this video. Maybe some of you guys like that better, maybe some of you guys don't, but I didn't want to pass down these clips. I feel like these were some decent clips and I wanted to share them with you guys. Sorry about the little delay too. I seen you guys crush the likes on the last video, so if this video can hit 15 likes, I'll get you guys again with another video tomorrow. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.